Next week will officially mark 1 year since I started my YouTube channel. Looking back, I'm glad I didn't tell people that I started a YouTube channel because the reality is, people, whether it's your friends, your coworkers, your acquaintances, or people that you don't really know like that, they are going to judge the fact that you're doing content creation, and it's just the reality. And that is okay. And it's always important to remember to be your biggest supporter, especially when you're starting on a huge journey like content creation, because it's not a journey that a lot of people are going to get. But before I delve into why I started a YouTube channel and I didn't really tell anybody about it in the beginning, hi everyone, I'm Lonimi Maseko. I make self-development content on this channel to help you enhance your quality of life. Now let's get straight into this video. So the first reason why I started a YouTube channel about a year ago and initially told no one about it is because in general, people just tend to be very judgmental when it comes to content creation. There seems to be like a misconception and a prejudice towards content creation that I really just don't understand. And after thinking about it and after doing a bit of research, I have come to the conclusion that generally people just judge what they don't understand. So, from the moment that we are in elementary school up until university, we're taught in school or we're conditioned to think that there is only one trajectory to our life, and it is to go to school, get a job after we get a degree, and delve into the corporate world. School doesn't really teach us how to transcend the corporate world and what other jobs are out there for us or what other activities we could do to feel more fulfilled in life, right? So because of that, because there's this the one-dimensional way of thinking about just thinking that we can just get a corporate job, a lot of people, they prefer to stick in what is familiar, and therefore they're afraid to take a leap of faith and start doing something creative, or launching a business, or doing just something that really helps them to really tap into their creativity. And that is something that I really noticed in today's society. And quick disclaimer, by no means am I telling you to quit your corporate job. If you're watching this video and you have a corporate job but you also have this interest of starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you've started a YouTube channel recently, no, by no means am I telling you to quit your corporate job, because I do think that having a corporate job has its benefits. You get to learn technical skills, you get to learn great skills that would really help you as you get older as an adult, and you can incorporate those skills that you learn in the corporate world into personal projects that you're pursuing. So by no means am I telling you to just quit your job, but as somebody that has worked in the corporate world for a few years now, and having been laid off and having experienced what it's like to work with a corporate job, I have come to the realization that as we're moving towards a rapidly shifting digitalized world, as we're moving towards a society that relies more on gadgets like our phones, our computers, our iPads and tablets and all of those things, we have tools, technological tools, to help us share a message to anybody in this world, whether it's a person watching your video from the United States, from an Asian country, from a Latin American country, from Europe. That's the beauty about technology. You can literally share something online and people from all across the world will watch and it will resonate with them. So when people tend to judge content creation, I think it is very unfortunate. And I think that the society that we're in and where we're headed with the rise of AI, it is showing us that more and more people are shifting from doing corporate jobs to doing content creation. And that's just the movement that's going on right now, or just what I've noticed, right? So I just think that when it's like that, when you know that you're living in this like ecosystem of people that tend to judge content creation, it's just best in the beginning, especially if you are doing content creation or you're thinking of doing content creation, to really just keep it to yourself and really build your project like it's your baby. You don't need to tell people what you're doing. You don't need to tell your friends that you started a YouTube channel. It's a project that you were given, an assignment that you were given, and you do that project. And then later, when you feel more comfortable with sharing, then you can share. But in the beginning, I highly recommend that you don't do it. I did that, and I'm so happy I didn't tell people or my friends that I did in the beginning, because I needed that time of quietness to really just build my channel. So the second reason why I started a YouTube channel and didn't really tell anyone about it in the beginning is because it is a vision that God gave me 5 years ago. And when I had that vision to start a YouTube channel from way back in 5 years ago, I was a person that was completely different from the woman I am today. I was shy. I was not really good with communication or public speaking as much. And I wasn't really confident in myself. And I also had this fear of being judged, of what people were going to say about me if I put myself out there. So, this is the kind of like mindset I had at the time that really didn't really allow me to delve into my creativity. And I remember at the time, even if I had that vision and I wasn't confident to start a YouTube channel, I told my friends about it. Like, I told friends at the time that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And in hindsight, I regret having done that, because by telling them, it didn't really make me feel even more confident. Not to say that they were not supportive, but the thing is, that is a vision that God gave me, right? And it's not a vision that I should be just sharing to people, especially if I haven't even started it. I can understand if I already started it and then I shared along the way with friends, but at that time, I didn't even know how to begin. I didn't even do my research on how to start a YouTube channel. I didn't really put the vision into practice. And then I already went prematurely to tell friends. And I noticed that when I did that, it disencouraged me to even launch a YouTube channel. So if you're thinking of launching a YouTube channel soon, or you've already started, I highly recommend that you don't do the mistake I did, because when you're starting something and it's a vision that God gave you, it is between you and God. God gave you that vision for a reason. And until it's time and until you feel more confident about your project enough to share with people in its initial phases of development, I really encourage you to keep it to yourself and to be quiet about it, because you don't really know who is supporting you. Maybe people will be supporting you to your face, but behind the scenes, they are not really encouraging you about what you're trying to pursue. And this could be people that are closest to you, could be your family members, it could be your friends or acquaintances. So just keep that vision that God gave you to yourself. It is so incredibly precious, and there's a reason why God gave you that desire to start a YouTube channel. So the third reason why I started a YouTube channel and told no one in the beginning is because when you start a YouTube channel and you prematurely go to tell people around you that you've started a YouTube channel, what ends up happening, from what I noticed, is that you will unconsciously filter your personality to make sure that it fits the taste of your audience, the people that you told that you had a YouTube channel, whether it's your friends, acquaintances, coworkers, or family members. And that is something that I noticed when you start a YouTube channel and you tell other people that you did prematurely. It does not give you that creative room to be your full authentic self. That's just something I noticed. So, circling back to what I said initially about when I had the vision to start a YouTube channel in 2020, and then I went to tell the friends that I had at the time, who, by the way, I'm no longer friends with. So, you see, okay. So, at the time, like I said, I wasn't confident in myself. And I remember when I was friends with those people, I wasn't fully myself. I wasn't authentically myself. I was afraid to be myself because they judged everything that I did. And if I started a YouTube channel 5 years ago, knowing that I had them as an audience, my YouTube channel would be so different from what you guys are seeing today. Today, I am so confident. I try my best to be as authentic as I possibly can to you guys, the people that are viewing my videos, and I I try my best to to just be myself. And I love my taste. I have a an eye for aesthetic things. I love things that are so beautiful and aesthetic. And I just love graphic designing. I love to communicate. And there are just so many things about me, so many layers to me that the old friends I had didn't even know existed. Heck, I didn't even know these sides of me fully existed until I actually activated those sides of me through starting a YouTube channel. So that's the thing, you guys. You really need to understand that, like, when you have a vision or God give you a vision to start a project, whether it's a business project or starting YouTube, you it's so imperative that in the beginning you don't tell people, because you are not going to flourish and be yourself and be your full authentic self when you do that project, because in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh, what is this friend going to think, or oh, what is this relative going to think, or oh, what are these people, my coworkers, going to think. You can't do that to yourself. As human beings, we're already wired enough to overthink. You don't want to overthink when it comes to your creative pursuit. A creative pursuit, something that you do that's creative, where you tap into your creativity, should be something where you're not even overthinking about it. It should be where your inner child comes forth and allows you to do the creative things that you've always wanted to do. But when it becomes a chore and it becomes something that you overthink about, then it is harder for you to become fully authentic. And unconsciously, you will end up filtering sides of your personality that you never know could resonate with so many people around the world. So, the final reason why I started a YouTube channel and told no one about it in the beginning is because starting a YouTube channel allows you to utilize the gifts that God gave you, and not everybody's going to understand that journey that you're on except you. If, let's say, you are watching this video and you're somebody that you have many gifts, okay, you're good at a lot of things, right? Sometimes it can feel overwhelming and it can feel so crushing when you know that you have those gifts, but you're not putting them into practice. You're not really utilizing the gifts that God gave you to make a living for yourself. So let's say that you've always felt in your life like you've had gifts, but because you don't want people to feel intimidated by you, you always had to suppress those talents of yours or gifts of yours, and you never really put them into practice because you didn't want to draw too much attention to yourself. I'm here to tell you guys that enough. We were not born and we were not created in this world to dim our light and to suppress the talent and gifts that God gave us. No more of that. I'm tired, honestly. I'm tired of living a life where I have to suppress my my gift to make other people feel comfortable. I've been doing that the majority of my life and I'm done. Like, I'm done. And it's not to say that the next day you should just shout in the rooftop that you're good at this, you're good at that, and you have talents and gifts. No, be humble about it. Nobody's asking you to, you know, raise your voice and tell the whole world that those are the gifts you have. No. But what I mean is that when you know that you have gifts and you have talents, utilize them and know that it is possible for you to do the things you love and monetize them. Monetize from those gifts that God gave you. So that's something that I really want to emphasize in this video, especially if you're somebody who you have a lot of dreams, but you are so afraid of taking that leap. You are so afraid of going beyond your comfort zone. I'm here to tell you that it is possible. If I could do it, so can you. And there's this quote from Albert Einstein that I love so much. And the quote says The definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting different results. And that's so true. When you're so used to doing things in your comfort zone and you're not willing to take that leap of faith because you're afraid of what people are going to think about you, you're not going to really see what other sides to your personality there is and how far you can go in terms of your creativity, right? And look, I'm not making this video to say that I have it all figured out. Till this day, still navigating where my life is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. And like I said, I'm not in a position to say that, oh, like today I can completely just quit the corporate world and start doing YouTube full time, because I just I'm not in that position to say that, right? Because I just started YouTube and I'm still navigating how to use it, right? But the life that I envision for myself in the next 5 to 10 years, I see myself doing something that I'm so passionate about, something that gives me so much joy. And through that passionate project of mine, I'm able to help a lot of people, whether it's through the tips I give or through any advice I can give. And I believe that YouTube will help me get there. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. I want you to know that you're not alone and you have the possibility of monetizing so many of your gifts. And when you are thinking of doing a YouTube channel, you don't really need to tell people about the gifts you have. All you have to do is combine those gifts and do it through your YouTube channel. And then the more you do it, the more people are going to see that, notice that, and it's going to resonate with your tribe of people. So thank you so much for watching. You've got this. You can do it. There's nothing you can't do. You are so gifted. You're so talented. And if you have that vision to start a YouTube, or if you started a YouTube channel, you don't need to tell anybody about it. Just be humble about your journey. Focus on God and focus on the vision He gave you, and you're going to be fine. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.